That really hit the spot. You know, I really can't think of anything better than waking up to Jin's cooking. Scrumptious. You scarf that down quick. Want seconds? Mikhail, relax. He's not gonna bite you. Don't let the whole moody thing fool you. He's genuinely concerned about you. Moody thing? Look, if there's anything you need, just tell us, alright? I'm fine, really. Okay, I hear you. Listen, I know Jin can seem a bit scary, but he's really very gentle. You'll get used to him. I just need to clean up here, then we can move out. Feltley can't be far now, can it? We're meeting up with Hayes? That's right, but there's still a ways to go. We want to keep to the road, it won't take too long. Okay, certain places out in the wild allow you to make camp. 3 things you can do at campsite are resting, crafting, and chatting. Rest, use bonus EXP to level teams up. Craft, collectibles to make items. And chat, speak with allies on advice how to proceed. As you can see, camps are places of preparation and growth. When entering a new area, it's worth scouting out the next campsite first. Crafting is one of the actions available when camping. It expends collectibles to create pouch items, as well as valuable unique items with particular properties. As your adventure progresses, you can obtain more recipes and expand your crafting repertoire. For example, by completing quests or raiding treasure troves. Pouch items can be set inside a driver's pouch to empower that driver's team for a fixed duration. You can always create more by crafting them at a campsite, so use them as much as you can. For instance, when preparing for a difficult battle ahead. Yeah. Alright, and we're free to explore wherever we want. So I'm just going to kind of wander around and keep doing things for a while. So I really hope, I'm really glad that Xenoblade Chronicles seems to be doing really well. And I'm really glad that they made this DLC standalone. In fact, if any of you guys have not played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet, I'd almost say start with the DLC. It might seem kind of weird, but there's some hella spoilers from the base game that you get for this DLC, because this is a prequel. And so, like, I know what's going to happen to these characters, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'd like to talk about it. I'd love to talk about it, but I'm fairly certain there's at least a fair faction of people that haven't seen my 2 series yet. And before you go running off to see it, go see X instead, Xenoblade Chronicles X. That'll tide you over while I film this DLC. But as an experiment, I want to see what happens if somebody who's never seen the series before plays or watches this first, and then goes on to the actual, the base game. Looks like you found a treasure trove. You'll discover troves of many shapes and sizes as you journey across Allrest. Some of them might be locked, so you won't be able to get the goods unless your blades have the right field skills. It's always good to check first. But like, I'm legitimately curious about, like, how it would actually feel, because it might actually be more interesting, or it might, like, spoil things a little bit too early. I don't know. I'm curious. But it does look like, Monolith Soft has hit a nice stride with their games. There was kind of some level of, concern when Xenoblade Chronicles, X came out, because it wasn't, I'm not going to say it wasn't very good. I loved Xenoblade Chronicles 2. In fact, to some degree, I liked it better than these games. Or this game, just because it was much more... it had a much more interesting world. And, like, actually spent some time developing it, maybe? That might not be the right term, but it was effectively... Oh, no, that's just the campsite. I was like, ooh, collectible. But no, no collectible. Wait, I think you can actually chuck rocks at things if you want to. But it was interesting. It had like this air of mystery to it. How do I stop combat? Oh. I think that'll stop it. There we go. Took a little bit to figure it out exactly. But it also, Xenoblade Chronicles X left on a one hell of a cliffhanger, as opposed to 2, which capped its story off really nicely. And so I'm actually kind of hoping that they go back and do an X2 at some point. Just because I really loved those mecha. They were really cool. They did kind of throw off the balance of the game in a really bad way, because eventually it's just like, why be outside of your mecha ever? And apparently you could actually beat the last boss without the mecha, but it just felt very strange. One thing I like about Xenoblade Chronicles X is that every character has a close and long-range weapon. Yeah, and there was a lot more, like, character customization, and, like, the weird blade linking thing wasn't a thing. I did like the concept of getting new blades in this game, but it ended up being more of a frustrating grind than actually, like, compelling system. Because, like, I know they've changed it at this point, but originally you had to open up each core individually, and the chances of getting an actually good blade out of it were, like, abysmally low. We could actually, if we wanted, we could even load up the base game for a second, just to see what they've changed, because I know they handed out a bunch of free cores and, like, a bunch of other things. As you probably noticed, the bridge is out. It's an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. Using a Blade's field skill might produce a solution. Check out that withered tree up ahead and witness Jin's field skill at work. Incidentally, if you'd like to know more about it, you can check Jin's field skills by going to main menu, characters, blade setup info. There are many places in the world of all rest where you'll need field skills to proceed. Even if an obstacle seems impassable at first, it's worth getting a bit closer. See if you can do something about it. Yeah, the mech combat in X is balanced by the fact that you go through enough normal combat for a lifetime before you get it. It is true. We did spend a lot of time. Well, I didn't mean to fall down here, but looks like there's treasure anyway, so good thing that I did. So they've greenlighted a possible X2 and XC3. I would love that. They might be a little bit tropey, and they might have some like problems here and there, but I'm trying to think of JRPG series that I like more than the Xenoblade Chronicles series, and I'm kind of coming up with blanks. I like Fire Emblem, but they got real waifu-y lately, and so I've, like, lost interest. I'll play the new one, but it was... I don't like it. I don't like dating sims in I don't like dating sims, and so, like, it felt creepy playing the past couple Fire Emblems. Like, I really wanted to get into them, but it's just like, alright, now we have to figure out who we should min-max and force together so that they can make the best babies. It's weird. I didn't like it at all. I preferred the ones in the Game Boy Advance before they switched over to the dating sim elements, where it was, yeah, relatively serious story, without, like, a bunch of anime tropes or just, like, creepy babies. I don't even know. And so I'm hoping the new Fire Emblem's not going to be so bad. But I still like to go back to enjoying this series. Like, I like Dragon Quest. I love Dragon Quest. I grew up with it. But I always find myself just wishing that they make a new Monsters series. I loved Final Fantasy Tactics, but the chances of us seeing another Final Fantasy Tactics is rough. I loved World of Final Fantasy, and they've got World of Final Fantasy Maxima coming up. I don't think I'm gonna play it, though. Or I might load it up and just take a look at it. Okay. Fire Emblem Echoes got rid of the dating sim stuff. It's a really good remake of Fire Emblem 2. Huh. I didn't look into that one. Okay, if you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter foes whose target icon looks different. That's a unique monster. They're a little bit special. Unique monsters are much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest drivers and all the rest often have trouble with them. If you want to take down a unique monster, you'll need to you'll surely earn the respect of all of the people of Allrest anyway. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You'll want to make sure that you're prepared if you plan on surviving the powerful attacks they often wield. If you defeat a unique monster, a tombstone will remain at the site where they fell, in memory of its legendary life. Some even say that if you press A at the tombstone, you can fight it again. Anyway, let's fight these squirrel things. Actually, let's grab this first. They have a Crystal Chronicles remaster coming out. Yeah, that's the other game that I really enjoyed, and I was so disappointed that it never got the credit it deserved. Crystal Chronicles was amazing. It had its problems, but it was like one of the first cooperative action RPGs I'd ever played. The only other exception I can think of specifically is Phantasy Star Online, which I love Phantasy Star Online. I thought it was really well handled. I will admit, I'm kind of grumpy that they seemingly have only decided to ever release 2 on. I think I can fight this thing. Let's give it a go. I'm level 7. It's possible. Brain, I've lost it. Right. Crystal Chronicles. But you know, it had this wonderful combat system, a wonderful world, and it didn't, I admittedly didn't, you know, get very far in the plot. Wait, is that another creature behind me also fighting me? Aw, crap. Alright, screw this. Run away! Is there a sprint button? No, 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 no! Don't pull your sword out. You will die. You will die. We don't want this. There was a, there's a bird up there that just ambushed me. Oh yeah, there he is. There's the jerk. Okay, let's see if I can go for the bird first. Because the bird is fightable, but the bird and the dude are not. Hello, weird bird creature. There we go. But, you know, I never actually finished the plot of Crystal Chronicles, but it wasn't about a bunch of heroes off to save the world. It wasn't this, like, big epic storyline. I had this rant a couple of days ago in Dragon Quest. But all it was just a story about a bunch of nameless townspeople trying their hardest to keep their town from dying. And I found that just incredibly compelling. Oh, he just got knocked on his butt. Where is it? Oh. You wanna hit it, Jin? Okay, so this guy hurts. Mainly just because fighting him in that section sucks. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna keep pugilizing things while I talk JRPG for a little while. Okay, there we go. I wonder what the difference is between... Oh, I see. If it's gold, it's, that vibration was goofy. If it's gold, it's a blade gather point-ish. Do we want to try fighting that guy again? Probably not. He was tough. Let's just focus on the ground squirrels for a little while. Get tougher. Get fightier. But yeah, so if they've greenlighted a second Xenoblade Chronicles X and a Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that's exciting. It also is kind of nice to play JRPGs on the Switch. I like the platform a lot, and like, it's nice to see Nintendo kind of hit its stride on this platform, because I actually really loved the Wii U, and it was such a shame that, you know, it did miserably. We should probably actually see if there's any equipment I can put on. But, you know, it just didn't do well. And they just gave up on it. Ooh, max HP up by a ton. Can I just... No. Okay, you can only have one rigid vest on at a time. That's annoying. Well, you can increase her ether, but I don't really know if that helps that much. Oh. Attack stone. There we go. That's gonna make her better. Octopath Traveler sold amazingly well, too. It did! I'm stoked about that. I have my grumps about Octopath Traveler. Main problem is the combat takes forever. Like, if you notice, most of these fights are pretty quick, and I can just kind of breeze up through the levels, and, you know, I can largely just, you know, sit back, relax, and have, like, a fun time with it. Octopath, on the other hand, I had problems with because every fight was this, like, constant grind to get those shields off. And so I found the shield system to be incredibly compelling in actual boss fights, but in regular combat against, like, just goon mobs, I wasn't terribly interested because it was just like, you know, I just want to, like, blow past this and keep going, and it was very difficult for me to do. Now we should be able to fight the Caliber Scorpox, no problem. But yeah, so it seems like not only is Nintendo hitting its stride, but their third-party support is incredible. You know, between the Xenoblade Chronicles games, between Xenoblade Chronicles, Octopath, I mean, they've gotten a ton of indie games too, which is kind of nice. I should probably actually grab these potions. Can I? Nope. That's frustrating. I think I knocked him down. I could be wrong. Jin does a ton of damage. I should probably actually put some equipment on Jin now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Octopath was the same producer as the Bravely Default creators. I think it was actually the whole studio, now that I'm thinking about it. Go fight the 23 Scorpox. I don't see that going wrong. Oh, I die so hard. Oh, right, you can't change these guys' equipment. You can give them this, though. Accuracy during the day. Chance of evading ranged attacks. Well, I guess I'll throw them on just because I don't have anything better. Let's see what I can get. Oh, right. He's got one hell of an affinity chart. Let's see. So, what do we got here? Nope. How do we... step outwards. So, right. These I don't buy. I have to actually, use. Do? I don't think we have a... Oh, we do. We have the Fang Chip. Enhance arts. Okay, so we do have some WP. Let's check rear guard, because I don't know if I can actually switch these characters. If I'm always controlling Laura, if I can switch between them freely. Okay, damage to topple enemies, launched enemies, and there's a special effect. So these are ether damage. Switch art is topple. Okay, so I actually want to upgrade this one. So we can actually topple things if we want to do so. Do we have anything else interesting? Damage from the back. 50% chance to annul defense. Let's do Snow Blast. Oh, so I can switch it, so I'm controlling whomever at the start. Still, you want to start with Laura, because she can break, and then he can topple. And so we can actually use that to our advantage. Let's see, and we should be able to get strength now. Strong and supple. There's something about the word supple that just makes me uncomfortable. Okay, do we get Path of Thorns? Yeah, Path of Thorns is our damage dealer. The spinning wheel ain't bad, but nah. Okay, and so, Touch Me Not. I don't know if I could actually pull off this combo, but Touch Me Not is a launch. So if we can actually switch back, that's a full combo tree just on its own. Okay, now let's go fight things and whatnot. I don't know, there's just something about the word supple. I just can't... Whenever I hear the word supple, I can't get it out of my head, and it just feels creepy. It might be because the first time I ever heard the word supple, it was like... It had sexual connotations to it, so I'm just like... Eh. Nothing immediately wrong with it, but now whenever I hear it, it just sounds sultry. That's another word. I like sultry, though, because, like, it's a word that knows exactly what it is, and it is used exactly for certain things. So that topples him. And it just immediately exploded. Well, never mind. This is meaningless. Alright, now we're in a good spot to roll through enemies. At least faster-ish. Okay. So we want to fill that in. Then we want to topple him. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do the full combo chain without some kind of means of speeding up the switch. But that's fine. I know I should probably be progressing the plot here. I kind of am. I'm just doing whatever. Old machine. Ancient, there's nothing here for us now. So, actually, kind of, sort of... Did this guy just allow me to wail on him for, like, a solid 20 seconds without even, like, realizing I was here? Man, I'm doing the species a service. Just speeding along natural selection. I guess these things are probably just not used to, not used to having natural predators of any variety. Let's see. So, there's a game, I don't remember the name of it, I got an email from Square Enix. In fact, we could actually go, stop and take a look at it. But it was a press blast about a new mecha game. I was talking about it in Discord for a little bit, but it's a new mecha game from the, it's like a collab project between the mecha designer from Xenoblade Chronicles X, some guy from Kojima Studios, and, like, somebody from Armored Core. And it honestly looks like they were going for the Metal Gear Solid look and feel, but with mecha. And I'm really excited about that one. There's also, like, Demon X Machina that I'm really excited for as well. I don't know. There's some really, really cool games on the horizon. I guess they have nothing to do immediately with what I'm doing right now. I'm just, like, whenever I play games and I'm given, like, a free moment to, like, grind or whatnot, I'm just, like, talking about stuff, and it's like, yeah! There's exciting games on the horizon. There's also exciting games now. I mean, we got Valkyria Chronicles that I should start probably tomorrow. We're just gonna be, yeah, Demon X Machina. That's the one. I think that's the name. I'll have to... I'm bad at remembering these things, but I'm looking forward to all of them. Oh, there's some... Yeah, let's not fight those fish. Those fish will wreck me. How do I... Oh, it's just B to stop working on that one. Demon X Machina or whatever. Whatever. Either way, exciting looking at that. I want more games with mecha. Mecha are cool. I'd love a new Gundam game. They had a new Gundam game. It was just bad. Like, if I remember right, it actually got, like, utter garbage reviews. It's, like, sucks. It was the new Gundam Breaker game. And it was like, I really want to cover this. I really want to cover a Gundam game, especially after they sent me the Gundam fighting game. Oh, shoot. I don't remember which one it was, but when I visited Namco Bandai, they just handed me a Gundam game, and it was awesome. Except for that song. Ugh, that song was a problem. Was there no sprint button in this game? I was really hoping there would be a run faster button, but it didn't look like there's one. Yeah, there's an upcoming strategy mecha game called Phantom Brigade. There is! I met the developer for that when I was at PAX. I'm looking forward to that one. I downloaded the demo for that, like, months ago. But I never actually got around to playing it. Months ago? Maybe a couple of years ago. But that was definitely one of those that... Oh. More foes to vanquish! Hello! You will be punched! It will be good! I need more experience. I wish to be overleveled! And honestly, I really enjoy this action combat system. It feels very satisfying. Okay, so there's that. Now we switch. Oh, he was not broken. That's a problem. Okay, he's taken tons of damage, which is good. No, my potion! It has escaped. We might get our ass kicked here. Yeah, we need some party members. Oh, it's so far away! Wait, we leveled up. Oh, clutch level! I bit off more than I could chew, and we were not going to survive it for a second there. But we got it, and everything is good. Oh, that's good. Wonder, will you Nino Kuni 2 overlevel in the start of this? I might. Probably not. But, I'm definitely going to be at least mildly overleveled here. Mainly, I like to fight until I'm higher level than anything else in the immediate area, because that means I can explore around without running into a whole lot of problems. I don't entirely know how this game handles party levels, now that I think about it. Sometimes a game, if a game does it well, the party members will join at the same level, or they'll join at a fixed level, and it kind of varies a little bit. Let's avoid the Fane Bufos. Those things will wreck the shit out of me. So level 32 before the first area. I probably won't do that. The only time I, like, really go balls to the wall on overleveling is when, I'll go really aggressive on overleveling, in JRPGs on the computer, because I can turn on super speed mode, which is really satisfying. Because everything is so much easier. Everything is so much easier at like ×5 speed. This game could be kind of rough. But there's an auto battle mode, so there's options. I don't know. But no, I'm not, oh, who's the editor for, Best Friends Play? I forget his name. I'm not that guy. If you guys have never heard of him, what he has done in the past is he will, as soon as he gets the ability to play in any game, he will go hit max level. And it will take him, you know, a month or two sometimes of just straight grinding. But he will just grind to maximum level and then just play the game that way. It's nuts. I have no idea how he can stand that level of grinding. But apparently he really likes it. Oh, I never got that gold thing over there. I should go grab that. Like, I'm not that level of, like, dedicated to the idea of overgrinding. I want to do it sometime, like, for a series once. Just start it, almost like, start it New Game Plus. What was it? Tales of Symphonia had a really cool New Game Plus system, where you could, over the course of the game, you'd earn grade, and, at the end of the game, you could spend that grade to get like boosts for New Game Plus. I thought that was really cool. I don't know if I myself would ever do that as a series, but it'd be kind of fun to just like load that game up at some point for a series with like a completed save file and the New Game Plus options that I had on my GameCube. Because I played through that game twice back when I was in middle school, because I was I didn't have a whole lot of games to play, and I love Tales of Symphonia, so it was like, I think it's actually one of the only games I have ever actually completed twice. Especially in the JRPG market. Yeah, grade was separate from EXP. It was a nice New Game Plus system if you're into New Game Plus. Yeah, after that, every single New Game Plus I've ever played has felt boring. Because usually it's just straight up. Oh, I was saving up my special move and I missed the timing. I was just a little late on that one anyway. Alright, anyway. Let's see, yeah, we're full health. Yeah. I like the fact that we heal out of battle in this game. It makes the whole battle system feel much smoother. You can do that in most Tales games. It's good. So you went like 10 times EXP. Huh. Yeah, I actually haven't beaten a Tales of game since Symphonia. Because Symphonia was so good that, like, I have never quite felt compelled to play any of the other ones. I tried Zestiria, and I had fun with Zestiria, but I didn't enjoy it after a certain point. It was like, it was kind of a neat game, but the plot and the characters were painfully generic. And that game didn't really make the transition onto modern platforms very well. You know, on the GameCube, when it was like still the old 2D version, it looked really nice. I think the characters were like a cel-shaded 3D, admittedly, but it looked really nice the entire way through. And like when I was playing Zestiria, it just felt empty and drab, and looked like it fit somewhere between PlayStation 2 and 3, outside of the cutscenes. There's no response, because we'll have to come back to this later. Tales of Vesperia is amazing. Yeah, there's the Tales of Vesperia remaster coming out. I might play that with Shell, because I believe you can co-op, at least some of the older Tales of games. If you could co-op the more recent ones, I'd be a little bit more interested in them. Because I miss being able to, like, just cooperatively fight in battle. Like, I know it would be kind of boring in this game, but it would be kind of nice if, like, you know, Shella and I were co-commentating and she'd just take control of, like, the next party member. And we'd, like, work together. Nope, that didn't work. It kind of did. There we go. Oh, that does some damage. We should probably keep going into, and actually, you know, get my next party member instead. There's nobody left. It's already dead. We got the Dawning Slate piece. I have no idea what that's for. Maybe we can check the waterfall. But yeah, I'll probably give that a go if I can manage it. Unfortunately, if my complaints were not clear earlier, I am getting utterly buried in JRPGs. Because right now I've got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming out, already out, that I'm covering. I've got Valkyria Chronicles 4. Or, well, no, this is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, obviously. Valkyria Chronicles 4, which comes out next week, which I'm going to start this week. And then I've still got to beat Dragon Quest 10, or 12, 11. I can't math right now. It's bad. Let's see if I can take take that thing back to the crystal. But yeah, it's probably leading up to Christmas, and that's why they're all flooding the market now. Nope, still no response. So I have no idea what that slate's for. Yeah, new Digimon game soon. I don't think we're gonna get the new Digimon game within the year. I think it's next year. I'm really looking forward to Digimon Survive, if any of you guys have heard of that one. It looks amazing. Like Pyre levels of, like, fun. Kind of like a weird midpoint between Pyre and Fire Emblem. Which, like, to me, that's an insanely cool system.